Hey guys, welcome back to another League Racing highlights video, and today it is round 5 of EOR. Yes, I know this is very late, but I haven't been home for a while, and also I've been going through changing all my setup, like all my PCs and everything, so it was just a nightmare to get everything back to how it was before, which it still is nowhere near, but yeah, this is why it's very late. Also, due to these PC changes, like it was because I had many PC problems, but they didn't stop. And spoiler alert, but not really spoiler alert, I guess. But the next round, round 6, we've already driven it like 2 weeks ago, and my wheel completely died in the middle of the race, like at the start of the race. So I couldn't even participate in the last round. Oh, in the round 6, sorry, of the championship. So I can't really do a video on that because there's literally nothing for me to see. Unfortunately, Barry did win that race, and we're pretty much out of the championship because there was also round 7 Brazil, which I didn't even take part because I was in Germany at the Sim Racing Expo. So yeah, there's just, I think Ferrari already won both championships at this point. So yeah, tonight I think, when the video goes live, it should be Saturday. So tonight, when you guys see this, there should be the last round of the championship. It will be in Abu Dhabi, so make sure to come check it out. It is going to be at 8 p.m. European time, 7 p.m. UK time, on my stream, on EOR's stream on Twitch. But yeah, it was Q1 and Q2 extremely quickly. Obviously, Q1 you guys saw I did one lap and retired, and no one really was out. That was a surprise. So that was my Q2 lap as well, which was very good, the 0.6. Straight into Q3 we go. I didn't want to bore you guys too much with Q1 and Q2, as we are now on my first run in Q3 here. A little bit loose on the rear end, finishing the lap, but it is a 0.56, which is a decent banker. My second lap I actually died and invalidated, so we're gonna skip that one, and we're gonna go straight into my last run in Q3, which we get a really good turn 1. The delta was very fast here in sector 1. My banker was nailed. So as you can see, sector 1 with a 0.57, which is basically my PB. That is very fast for my setup. But yeah, the hairpin, we don't nail it, as we actually lose time to my banker run, which is a bit crazy. And so do we in this turn 4. We just go a little bit too deep, and we're just losing time. My banker lap was actually going very well until here. But as you can see here on the inside, we touch the inside curb. I have to lift, and I go wide, and I lose so much lap time. And yeah, I don't hit the apex there properly. Have a little bit of a slide on the exit as well. It was just a very scruffy lap, to be honest. Esbari does a mega lap, to be fair, with a 4.4. That is very hard to beat. But look at the amount of lap time we had still in the bag. Yeah, it's a shame. Jan Arde in P2, myself in P3, Isma in P4, Istvan in P5. So that is the end of the qualifying session, as my teammate is actually Damien Curiel for tonight's race. He is a recent recruit, is that how you call it, into TRT. But you can see that is the race forecast to have wet towards the end of the race, and we decided to start on the medium because it would be a faster strategy to do medium hard and then inter, instead of just starting on the hards and going all the way to the inter. So I think everyone has had the same train of thought here. But as you can see, people are starting to ghost, and I think there may be some desync because Isma is going right through me.
Is ghosting on? Ghosting is on.
Yeah.
Man, can you stop crashing the car? Oh my God,
Yeah, we're doing a restart.
There was a bit of confusion here, but actually Istvan was desynced with Isma there, and he just completely took him out of the race.
This is a new race, right?
Yeah, I don't know what really happened in the first race, so we decided to red flag it, and we're gonna go again, but unfortunately the weather is different, and this time we are starting on the inter tire, and it will dry up. Of course, I have not done any single lap in the wet, but that is needless to say. Yeah, this is going to be rough. Let's see how we get on. We have kept the dry setup, maybe increased the wings a little bit, but yeah, I'm expecting to struggle.
It's
the first few laps, and I still thought there was some desync here as the people are still ghosting and we all hit each other. And I do believe the host was really bad, because every start we did,
just off the line.
off the line, everyone was just desynced everywhere. As Istvan goes down the inside here, taps me and almost spins me round.
Oh my days.
Yeah, I'm very frustrated at this point. I don't mean anything, but yeah, side by side with Isma here into turn 4. Can we hold it down the inside? Yes, he thinks better of going around the outside, but I straight away notice that this setup is so understeery in the wet. I am struggling like crazy down to 3rd gear, fully missing the apex.
Do I have damage?
I think I had damage at this point. That's how bad it was. I could not turn the
damage?
car for the life of me.
Rain should stop in about 15 minutes.
Rain, yeah, shouldn't be too long, but look at oh my god. Yeah, like this was, I can't even cut the last corner. Like it was that bad. In my head I'm telling myself turn early, cut the corner, and I don't even touch apex. Like that is crazy. Yeah, into turn 1 here we go again, completely missing it. I can't turn. Genuinely, this was the worst experience I've ever felt in a wet race or whatever. Like I could not. I just had no pace with this setup. I thought it would be good balance in the wet, but I clearly needed to add like 8 to 10 more front wing, I think, because what the hell am I rewatching? We, as you can see on the top left, we have lost quite some time to the top 2. 2.9 seconds to Barry. And we've got Isma just behind us, who's struggling to overtake me. He's definitely faster, but he just just can't pass. It's just very hard. And it has stopped raining, and it does feel like it's gonna transfer into the slicks relatively soon. And I'm looking to gamble here a little bit. I just want to be maybe a bit earlier into the pits, because I'm thinking the hards is going to be the tire of choice, and the tire temps will be extremely low. So when you have low tire temps and it's damp, it's not ideal. As we lap 8, as we decide to box, and the top 2 actually decide to stay out. But as you can see here, it's still very slidey. But into the pits we go, onto the hards. I think a few people follow me. So Istvan followed me, but for some reason my teammate followed me as well. I don't know why we double stacked, to be honest.
Wait a bit.
Yeah, maybe he lost like a few tenths, but it was just not ideal, just a very dumb thing. But anyway, me and Istvan out on the hards now.
Minor pit exit line.
We skip on to lap 9, which is a lap later. Actually, no, sorry. This is the out lap. And you can see on the minimap, the Ferrari and the Aston Martin at the front did not pit that end of lap 9, which I'm like, what the hell? Isma did though. But we're now on to lap 11, and they finally decided to pit 2 laps after me, and that actually made us able to catch back up to the back of them, which was huge. I think that was the perfect strategy call from our side. So yeah, that made us back into the train, and I'm just saving tires at this point. But here, a virtual safety car is deployed. It's lap 14, and I'm thinking to myself, can I make it to the end? If I pit, is it even worth it? Yeah, there was a lot of questions going through my head, but I knew the one stop, like in general, is a decent strategy, and with a virtual safety car, I'm gonna have a much shorter pit stop than them. That was the train of thought.
Damien lean.
That was the train of thought during this few minutes. So we do decide to pit, and this is a huge gamble because they're on like 4 lap old hards. It doesn't really make sense to pit when you think about it, and even when I think about it, it didn't really make much sense to pit. But the gamble was to make it to the end of the race without having to pit again. So basically what we've gained is 1 pit stop. Well, not 1 pit stop, sorry. More than like half a pit stop, maybe more, like 10 seconds we gained in total race time. But is it going to be worth it? Will I make it to the end and still have enough tires to fight with them? I don't know. We're on lap 22 or 23 now, and you can see we're actually losing time to the cars ahead, purely to the fact that I have to save these tires to make it to the end. Isma finally pits at the end of lap 22. They are pretty far behind. They're like 4 seconds behind, but I really thought it would be like 8 or 9 or 10 seconds behind. This is not looking good. There's 11 laps to go, and they're already at the back of me with 9 lap fresher tires, well, or 8 lap fresher tires, whatever. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. I'll try and defend for as long as I can, because obviously the longer we go into the race, the less the tire delta becomes between us. But I just don't have the pace. I don't have the ERS. And also, I didn't have fuel. Because I had to drive in clean air for most of the race by myself. I actually used too much fuel than I expected. And I had to start saving a lot towards the end of the race. Yeah, here I'm trying to get Gian to pass Isma. Because if Isma gets into the lead, it's absolutely GG. Nothing I can do. Barry finally decides to pit with Shanaka at the end of 25. It's very late, but he can afford to do that because he has Isma. He just always has his teammate slowing down everyone else for Barry to win. So yeah, Barry can kind of do whatever he wants every single race with strategy, and he comes away with a good result. But yeah, here Isma goes for the switchback. It's actually 3 wide at this point, and I just decide to just let them go, let them fight it out. I did wish that Jan would get the lead here.
Oh my God,
But honestly, it wasn't going to change much for me because they just pulled away. I had no battery to keep up, as they're still fighting a little bit, as Barry's already within 2 seconds of me, and I think already next lap or the one after, he will get past me. And yeah, already on lap 27, he is right behind me. I tried to defend my championship rival here. I think there's 1 point separating us at this point in time.
Okay.
So yeah, the strategy absolutely did not pay off, and I realized it very, very quickly. But you know, it was a gamble. I wanted to try something different, and I had to save so much fuel at the end that I barely even finished in the top 7. But people had penalties in front, and I finished P5.
If he removes the 3 seconds, he's ahead.
So yeah, Barry does finish in P1, Isma P2, Ferrari 1-2, Jan in P3, Shanak in P4, myself in 5th, Ishan in 6th, and my teammate in 10th. Yeah, not the greatest race, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, make sure to come check out tonight's race in Abu Dhabi on our Twitch stream. Nicholas Longue on Twitch. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.